I have some time to kill anyway, so might as well just hop on into it. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Crystal Edge Technology Screens in our FLVT company. I told you that a fellow by the name of Crow1176, or he calls himself Crow Screen Paint Mixes. This guy is a very serious, high potential scammer. And he uses his website, only one website, to commit these scams. He used to be on eBay, he removed him off of eBay, just all kinds of stuff that he does. So what he does is he makes dummy shopping carts. Dummy shopping cart is basically a shopping cart that doesn't exist, but it still has a PayPal attached to it so he can rip people off. And every time we do something, this guy's always trying to figure out new ways on trying to rip his customers off the mind. This guy's literally caught matching house paint multiple times and just doing all kinds of sort of other dirty things. So let me explain to you what he does. So he makes a dummy shopping cart, a product that doesn't exist, and he markets the product underneath of it, which again, we've done this before. We looked for these products and couldn't find them. Right here on his site, look at this. This is supposed to be his screen cloth material. Crow's 120-inch screen cloth material, 100-inch screen cloth. And then if you look up top in the pictures that he's claiming that this is a screen cloth material, you will notice in the pictures, this is a motorized projection screen. This is what I mean by he has a habit of taking his customers' pictures and trying to make them look like, I mean, he takes images from here from 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and he makes these dummy shopping carts to rip off his customers. But yeah, that's a motorized projection screen. That's not a cloth screen. You have a 100-inch and a 100-inch screen here and a 120-inch, and this is our specification sheet right here. This is our specification sheet information that, again, he takes off our site because Jamie cannot make product. He cannot make products. He doesn't make proper specification sheets. He actually rips up other people's pages and, you know, tries to use their policies at the end of the day because he doesn't make his own. And his policy is basically designed to rip off his customers. So here you can see this is our policy because we have a return and exchange policy and he doesn't have one. So it's just on one site. He doesn't have this is our policy, return exchange policy we have right here. Our shipping information we have right here, our tracking information. We do actually have a ship back policy, or we have a customer ship the item back to us, where he can't have a ship back policy if he's telling customers from the door, if you basically open up the product, there is no exchange and there is no money back. There's nothing. So you can see right here, there's our ship back policy. So not only did he go in and steal, again, as I said before, he's not to be trusted, steal our policy, but saying that right here, and again, I told you this guy doesn't care at the end of the day. He doesn't care about testing. He doesn't care about proper information. He doesn't care about anything. All he cares about is just ripping you off. It says right here, Crow's 120-inch code screen. And then over here it says 100-inch screen. So which one is it? Is it a 100-inch or is it a 120-inch? Does the screen exist? No, we checked around. And this is the pictures that he's claimed that this is where his screens are at. No, this is the screen he painted in for a church. That's a fixed frame screen right there. That has nothing to do with his product at all. And we have, we just bounced it all together, didn't we? And we have this one right here. Clearly you can see that's also too a fixed frame screen. Let me shrink that a little bit so you can see a little better. That's not a cloth screen. That's a fixed frame screen. But he tries to claim it as that's part of the product. Over here, that's a motorized projection screen. So I don't know how in the world, Jamie, you thought that you were going to swindle your customers again to make them think that this is a product that came from a fabric screen and it's a motorized projection screen. Clearly you can see. That's another fixed frame screen. That's not a fabric screen. And over here, that's definitely another fixed frame screen. That's not a fabric screen. That's another fixed frame screen. Still not a fabric screen. That would be a fabric screen because you can see the grommets. That's why. This is fabric. But the problem you have with this is, again, still stuck in the dark. And I guess he removed the FLE now. That's gone. Wasn't he supposed to go in and basically change over? Because he claimed to have FLE technology. He's supposed to go over and change over and say that this product is ambient light rejection now. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. He can't make ambient light rejection technology. You can't make FLE. If you're going to claim you have FLE technologies, you should be able to make ambient light rejection technology, which you cannot make. We knew that from the door. You can't go in and change that. So, again, you have two different screen sizes there. And in here, which I find interesting, this is the same screen that's found for your customer. This is a motorized projection screen. This isn't a fabric screen. So what you did was you took images from your previous customers you used to have, and you basically took those pictures and put them up there in the dummy shopping cart. That's what you did. Jamie, do you know the difference between a motorized projection screen and a fabric screen? That's a motorized. So your cloth is a fake. Because that's down with your customers. Right here's another one right here too, showing these are all fixed frame screens. So how are these labeled as a cloth screen, which you claim to have? And again, we check at the bottom. Remember I told you if you have FLE again, you should be able to develop a product and have ambient light rejection. I told you he doesn't have ambient light rejection. He can't make it at all, period. So you can't have an FLE technology because we have it over here. Oh, I told you, big time scammer. He got caught with that, with the paint he made called Alpha. He spelled it the same as a sports car. And he claimed that he took images from somebody from 5 years ago and used their images to make a dummy shopping cart. So this right here, dummy shopping cart. He can't even get the size right. He says it's 120 inch here. He says it's 120 inch here, but down in the specifications it's 100 inches. And by the way, again, he says the surface now is fully acoustic. That would be us at the end of the day, not you. So now his surface is fully acoustic. And remember I said I had no information there when we first saw it. It's nothing there at all. Now it's wrinkle-free, stretchable spandex surface, fully acoustic for your home center speakers. So again, making false accusations. That's what I told you in the day. You got to watch out for these particular people who sell these products because they are big time scammers. They will steal information from other pages to try to make their pages seem whole, but it's not. And they can't back up anything that's on the page. Notice he removed anything that said FLE on it because you can't make FLE technology. He knows that. Look at that. This is funny. We have a ship back policy. Y'all know that, right? How do you have a ship back policy if you told your customers that if they open the product or if it lands on their product, it's theirs? So how do you have a ship back policy? How does that work? I'm curious. Because that's our ship back policy right there. And he says, we do unboxing videos on YouTube Live. No, you don't. You don't do any unboxing videos of the products in the ship back. Because you have right here stated, right on your page. See, that's why I said his page doesn't synchronize. Each card is saying something completely different. So it's a different way on how he's scamming his customers. You have right here, it says clearly, return and refund policy. It says once the product's delivered on your property, no refunds or no returns or refunds. As if it lands on your property. Only exchange for a different mix if the container wasn't open. But you have a ship back policy. So how can you have a ship back policy if you have this right here in place? So which one's the lie? And over here you'll see that, let me see. Let's go over here. There we go. Now this right here is for your overseas customers, and this also involves the pictures here that you're showing of this product, that for some reason you said that this is a screen paint, but this is now turning out to be, is this a screen paint or a physical screen? It doesn't say. There's no information saying what it is. And how come the policy you're showing on that page isn't the same on all of these? See, I told you from the door. This is the image from the church, which he says is a screen paint mix. But in one section, he says it's a projection screen. Now, we watched him paint that in, right? Remember the video we saw him paint that in? He did a 150-inch screen outside. So that's supposed to be a 150-inch screen. So right here, where your dummy shopping cart sits at, right over here, you claim it's a 120-inch screen, that all the objects in here are 220 inches. But down here you have 100. Is it 100 or 120? Which one is it? And then again, as I said before, biggest bust of it all, that's a motorized projection screen. So how would a motorized projection screen be a fabric cloth screen with grommets? Because that's what you have down here in your description. You have down here that it is a, let me see right here. Here we go. It is a, let me see. This is a cloth screen with grommets to be used outside or inside, wrinkle-free. That wouldn't basically pertain to a motorized projection screen in any way whatsoever. Spandex material. That's definitely not a motorized projection screen. They're made out of PVC. Fully acoustic. Does that look fully acoustic to you? No, it's not fully acoustic at all, period. Let me see. It is weatherproof. That's definitely not weatherproof. The entire motor, all that would have to be weatherproof. Yeah, false information right there, right from the door. Let's see, wrinkle-free, stretch with acoustics, with speakers behind it. Yeah, lie. Yeah, definitely lie. So again, like I said, scam artist right there. Took a customer's image, picture, and stuck it there and said, look, I'm just going to put these pictures there. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. You ever seen that thing on the video? Nobody will know. Nobody will know. Nobody. That's what he does. Jamie scams 24/7. That's what he does. He is let's not say unstoppable. He's more like a person who just doesn't know when to quit. He will scam his customers in every direction he could possibly think of. And this is why we warn people to stay away from him. We don't have to make this stuff up. It's right there on the site. You can come see it yourself. You can go log onto a site and see it yourself. You can see where he steals images from, as a matter of fact, he stole images from Google, right off of Google. So anything he can to rip off his customers. So looking at this is from the church involving the 150-inch screen right there. That is a physical screen he painted in with a paint sprayer. So Jamie, again, how was that fabric? Because we didn't see you build a frame. We didn't see you stretch around a frame. You sprayed that in, right? Correctly? All right. And this right here is, again, another frame screen. This has nothing to do with the fabric screen in any way whatsoever. This right here is, again, it's a motorized projection screen. We definitely know that has nothing to do with it. This right here is another frame screen, again. And let me see. And you don't mind saying that this is one of your screens you said you made. You wouldn't mind doing a demonstration of pulling that thing off the wall and turn it around so we can see all the staple marks. Because that's a fixed frame screen. I know fixed frame screens when I see them. See, the fixed frame screens, the ones you have here, these are called borderless. Borderless screens have this kind of really thin border, micro thin border that goes around. You have the choice of whether keeping it or basically or not keeping it. The thing about the borderless screens is instead of the fabric, and I know I had two of these things, instead of the fabric basically going under the screen and connecting outside, it actually goes over. That's what it does. So I know borderless screens when I see them because I had two of them. I actually built them myself. So with that being said, this is not what you call a screen used with grommets at all, period. This is basically a fixed frame screen. He took the image and stuck it over here. That's what he did. And over here, this right here is also too painted directly onto your wall. And this over here, that would be the fabric screen. See the grommets? You lie too much, man. You lie so much, it's not even funny how much you lie. You constantly lie all the time. How are you going to honor the ship back for your customers because we don't have anybody? How are you going to honor that? If you have a policy that says no return if it lands on the property. And again, you can see my spelling is correct while yours is just not correct at all, period. So which one is it? Is it a 100-inch, 120-inch, or 100 inch? Which is it? And this is what I told you. When scammers scam so much, they're constantly getting caught. They trip over stuff as they do it themselves. Oh, and by the way, that's not a 120-inch screen. That's a 100-inch screen. You're way off on your measurements. But then again, it's coming from a person who sat there and told you at the end of the day that a 300 screen would be painted with 2 quarts. Ugh. I bust him every time, man. Every time we bust him. Every time we bust this guy doing something dirty. Still has products right here matching house paint at the end of the day. Desperate trying to sell this stuff off. No one's going to buy this mess. And he put it over here to rip off his overseas customers. That's what he did. So what happened to the FLE? You removed that too? Why'd you remove the FLE? I thought you had FLE technology. Oh, demonstrations that we do. Yeah, people find out our demonstrations don't match yours because our stuff is FLE technology and it does function and run on that level. And the fact that you're saying that you have our product, you don't have it. We all know that from the door. These are desperate attempts. And does he design dummy shopping carts? Yeah, he does. He does. One time we busted him in a couple of dummy shopping carts. Matter of fact, we actually made an order through one of the dummy shopping carts. It was a Black Frankenstein. Doesn't exist anywhere. Couldn't find it at all, period. But I thought I found it quite interesting. It was sitting on the site, so we wanted to see if that shopping cart was active, and the shopping cart was active. It actually picked up. So you're not getting what you think you're going to get from them at all, period. If all of this stuff, pretty much did this, all of this stuff matches house paint. It does. It matches house paint. We've done the test ourselves when we had the products over here. It all matches house paint. The rest of it are just dummy shopping carts. Stuff he's just making up off the top of his head. He's taking stuff from us. He takes stuff from other people to try to make it seem like it's real. There we go. Let's go over to our blacklist. I thought I'd find it interesting that he lies so much that he just twists up and messes up where it says 120, then it's 100. It has a ship back policy and return exchange policy, but it doesn't on one part of this page. One section for the overseas, there's a $70 surcharge. Sorry, just none on the overseas. It's only in the U.S. orders. There's a $70 surcharge fee, but for some reason, when it comes over to the overseas, it's not there. So I'll show you the fake receipt that we got from him from a product that doesn't even exist. And he didn't even know exact difference between a quart and a large container of paint. There's no such thing as a large, but we'll show you that. Again, he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, Jamie, this frustrates you and makes you angry, and you're mad at the end of the day. Who do you have to blame? You put that dumb stuff on your website. First things first, I told you before, you can try all the desperate attempts you want. No one's going to buy your product. You dox addresses on your site. So any customer won't do business with you, or no business will do business with you, on the fear of maybe if you get upset with them, you may dock their address, because you will have their address if they send it over and buy your item. So why would I buy from you if you're going to dox my address? And number two, well, it should be number one, your product match house paint, and you deleted the videos off your account, which we caught you doing. So now your customers know that your products are nothing more than just overglorified house paint. And again, from the price that you're charging, which you're not making a lot of money to begin with, who knows, you could be sliding it right off a shelf to save some more money. Now you try to rip people off with a blackout cloth material. You have no experience in blackout cloths or anything whatsoever. And you don't know whether or not your screen's a 100-inch or 120-inch. You don't know it at all, period, do you? And then you're stealing images from old customers and putting them on your site. So I'm going to believe that that fabric spandex screen is the same as a motorized projection screen. And if you're trying to tell people at the end of the day they can easily feed that material up into that motor, no, they'll damage the screen from the door. You don't know what you're doing. You're all over the map. So let's show you the Black Frankenstein. This is we asked him for this product and he couldn't tell us it doesn't exist. Here we go. And he doesn't even know it's size. I told you he doesn't know anything. I'm going to take it from the door. Look. Who buys a large and paint? A large. And it's black. And yeah, his face is right next to it. It's on an actual receipt we purchased. Showed the money going back to our account because he couldn't keep it because the item was fake. It wasn't real. So if people are going to be putting dummy shopping carts on their sites, making things up as they go along, no testing, nothing on these products whatsoever, all the more to stay away from them because you definitely will get scammed. Also, too, the Frankenstein product itself is also a scam. We have a whole section on the Frankenstein. It's a complete scam. Now, he says the product is not ambient light rejection. How is that going to work on a black alcohol material, a screen that's not ambient light rejection? Again, you lied because your product came in 2 different colors. This is one of the videos that went missing. Now here, he sends me a darker product that says it's not ambient light rejection, but in his videos at 143, he claimed it is. And at one point, when this video was, you could still watch it, he actually went in and changed the title to something else and said it was not, but clearly said it is. Let's go check it out. Look at my speakers. So we have it at 143 is where you can hear it.
Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light rejection paint that I have here.
Ambient light rejection paint. That's what you said, right? But you said yourself it's not ambient light rejection, and you said you've never made yourself ambient light rejection. Did you not say that? This video, like I said, is missing. You got rid of it.
Because right here, there's a video of you stating and saying that the product Frankenstein is ambient light rejection. Let's go check it out. I hooked up my speakers. So we have it at 143 is where you can hear it.
The Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light rejection paint that I have here.
Ambient light rejection paint. That's clearly what you said,
now,
right?
Jamie, the reason why this hurts you so badly, and I'll tell you why. First things first, no one's going to buy any screen paint that's not ambient light rejection. That's the biggest thing. People like ambient light rejection. Heck, Elite Screen's got this thing called ceiling rejection technology, ceiling light rejection technology. Whatever they have their own thing. Everybody has their own thing in ambient light rejection. That's why the other one tried to make his own, but it doesn't exist. And the fact that you don't have this, the reason why no one will touch this, and the fact that you don't have it because that customer's screen completely washed out. You can clearly tell it's not ambient light rejection. A lot of your customers are sitting in the dark. But your product, how is it gray here?
Because we're not the only ones who's done it.
It's gray here, light gray here, but it's dark gray here. So how Jamie got in trouble with this, Jamie has a post office fraud charge. By the way, this summer, they're going to be contacting you, just to let you know. He got caught up in 2 different versions of post office mail fraud. The first one, he sent this black paint, but this one, we recorded the shopping cart when we were placing the order, and he changed out the item at the last minute and changed the color and sent it over, and he got hit with a post office fraud charge because of it. But that's coming up, just to let you know. At the end of this year, you should be getting ready to go to court for that one, because that's a whole different charge. Look, he's in there complaining right now. He's upset. You hear him clicking right. So, yeah. Paint's dark here, it's over here. How is this? This is the mixed up part. How is this the lighter version, and this is ambient light rejection, but the darker version's not? That is about as backwards can get. Yeah, there you go. So the Frankenstein is a scam. It's a scam product. We were able to make that product easy. The UB is a scam product. And again, you have specification sheets you stole off our site. Clearly, if you got to steal specifications off someone's site, that shows that you don't even know the product yourself. So how can you sell something when you stole the product? You didn't know if it's a 100 inch or it's a 120 inch. And from the pictures we saw there, that's a motorized projection screen. Motorized projection screen and fabric screen are 2 different screens. I have never seen a spandex stretchable motorized projection screen, not ever. Yep. Is he crying in here? Yeah, he's crying in here. He's always crying. Anyway, as I said before, this right here, got a way to block this right here. No, still crying. Let's see. There we go. That's how we block Mr. Jamie. We're not buying this. We don't want this crap. Anyway, as you can see right here, 2 different 120 inch, 100 inch, This is supposed to be a spandex stretchable screen with grommets, and yet over here he has a motorized projection screen in the picture. So how is that a stretchable screen with grommets and material and it's motorized? Yeah, these are all basically, do you see when he painted this screen in the parking lot? Did that look like a stretchable fabric screen? No, this is a video that's attached to this. It shows him painting the screen 150-inch for a church. That's also a fixed frame screen. That's a fixed frame screen right there. That's the same screen we have here. That's right there. Again, that's painted to the wall. It's not even fabric, and that's a very old demonstration. There's another one. Why are all these in the dark? Gee whiz, every single one is in the dark. You ever notice that all of these are sitting in the dark? And then over here, that would be the fabric. And Jamie, we know for a fact that you go in, you take my videos, and you basically, my pictures, and you try to make them seem darker that they're not. You try to make them seem like they're really, really dark. Problem you have there, buddy, is customers have my products. And pretty soon, a whole bunch of stores are going to have our products too also. So you've been playing that crying game for a long time. But yeah, you're a scammer. Say that I'm not lying here. You're going to tell me that this 100-inch or 120-inch, we don't know what it is. This is supposed to be a cloth with grommets to be used inside or outside, stretchable spandex. And you mean to tell me that this screen right here is the same screen? It's a motorized projection screen. I hate to call somebody stupid, but I have to call him stupid. You don't know the difference between a motorized projection screen and a freaking physical fabric screen that has grommets in it? You don't know the difference between the two. When he does this stuff, it's like he's telling his customers, you're freaking idiots. Because you're too dumb to figure out that I basically put in a motorized projection screen and try to make you believe that that's a stretchable grommet surface. I think your customers automatically know that from the door. You just think your customers are idiots, because who else would do something like that? Gee, West Louise. My goodness, man. I gotta bust you on your own stuff all day long. We have this guy right here. He never does anything correctly. Let me see. Same screen, you idiot. You know your videos are on YouTube, you know that, right? How dumb can you be? Another screen right there. The same screen you showed in the video. That's screen paint. Gee whiz Louise. And in the dark. Why are you always in the dark with these Christmas tree lights splashed behind the back of the screen? That's what I talk about. And then you see my screen right here, Jamie? See where my light hits? My light hits directly onto the screen. See where your lights are? You're constantly in the dark with these Christmas tree lights behind the back of the screen. And you're trying to sell the Cinemax mix as an FLE, and you're in the dark. And keep in mind, it's a Cinemax. This is a product that match house paint at the end of the day. Anything to try to rebrand, anything to try to rip off his customers. Yeah, that's where we tested his product. Jamie's product is a company called Pro HD. This is the company right here. That right there is Jamie's paint. That's their paint. I told you their paint's really good. So it's a company that makes this really light gray paint. Picks up a nice contrast. It is beautiful. We did a test on their product versus Jamie's product. And that stuff blew Jamie's stuff out of the water. Very professional. Ordered their stuff, brought it in. Did the test against his product versus theirs and their product. This is their product on this side. This is Jamie's product on that side. It comes up really dirty. I told you Jamie's paint's dirty. It comes up very dirty. But that's the company we did a test against. That's the product right there. You can find them on eBay right there. And we test them against Crow's product. And yet Crow's product came up very dirty. He doesn't make paint right. He doesn't. They made it right. Not a big fan of gray paints, but they literally made it right. So let me see. There's Jamie's paint outside. Again, I told you stuff doesn't work outside. We tested it, had it outside, wouldn't function for nothing. Here's another guy at the end of the day, putting Crow on blast 3 years ago about how he tested his product and his products were trash. That you can literally save money and basically make it yourself at Home Depot. He did it himself and tested it. There we go. This is where he claims to be a 200-inch screen. That's not a 200-inch screen, buddy. That's a 150-inch screen. Doesn't know his sizes. There's no way in the world that's a 200-inch screen. That's a 150-inch screen. I'm 5'11" for a fact, and that screen's 7 feet tall. You know how big a 250-inch screen would be? It'd be quite bigger than him right now. And that right there, the color of that is the same color as the Network Gray 773, the slip silver, all of those from the door. Church got ripped off. That's house paint. Everyday house paint. Look at the color of it. No matter where that thing's going to be to produce. And then look at the image he shows of the product in the dark. I told you, you can't have those screens in the light. They wash out. So he did the fine. This is supposed to be his hybrid mix inside, and it's in the dark. I told you about the Christmas tree lights. Yeah, lights flash behind the back of it, here, here, and here. Give off the illusion the screen's well lit. No, it's in the dark. You're in the dark, buddy. What is the results for the church? This is an image he ripped off. He used for the alpha mix. He called himself against some alpha mixes from a customer 2 years ago. Stole that image. This is a customer complaining that your product didn't work at all, period. Said he didn't see a difference in it. As a matter of fact, that the wall produced the exact same image as your screen. Constantly warn people about that his products do that. They match. That's why he has that policy in there. But I don't know how you're going to basically do a ship back policy, and you basically are stating to your customers that they can't send the item back. How does that even work? Let's see what we got over here. Here we go. We got juice. Yeah, I need to get my whatchamacallit real quick. Charge from here. Charge up my phone's dying. Yeah, he's a scam artist, I told you. Now he's trying to rip people off on a cloth material. That's what he's trying to do next. Jamie, I don't consider you to be a threat when it comes to cloth material. Man, I've been designing cloth material from way back then. As a matter of fact, the screen where the fish is pushing through the smoke lounge, that's a cloth material. So my stuff is on site. But your stuff, on the other hand, doesn't work. If you got to be in a dark environment to begin with, and on top of that, you have on your site where it says not ambient light rejection, but you're claiming to have ambient light rejection, you're giving off multiple signals. So this is a customer who had a problem with Jamie, who said the same thing we said. It came up as normal paint. He doesn't want to talk about these videos at all. It's a bunch of these that pop up about his product just being nothing more than just normal paint. Nothing. He spoke with the seller and told him exactly that the setup and told him my exact setup and projector. Let's see, all the lights on in the environment. Let's see where it's located. Wall, recommended. Let me see. Crows UV mix. The UV mix. I told you UV mix had problems. See, all environment screen paints. I applied it. Keep in mind in the video that the one side of the screen is a regular wall, and with paint, with paint, and paint it. Let's see, the entire wall before. Yes, okay, just a normal wall. All right, so basically, he's saying at the end of the day that he only painted one side of the wall. The rest of it is actually his actual wall itself. And it says right here that the paint color, nothing special and nothing original or ordinary with the paint. His paint did not work at all, period. So the port wall is not fancy paint. And it's $1 paint. Literally. So his product failed to work. It failed to work. And I think the first time it happened because we tested the UV before and the UV doesn't work. It doesn't test correctly. It comes up too dark. It comes up too dirty, number one. It doesn't reduce white light at all, period. And again, you really don't see any difference in that and another great paint. You don't at all, period. There's no difference. So this is the customer who complained about it. And then you have the other customer with the personal mix who opened up one window and boom, his screen just basically just disappeared altogether. But yet he claims this. That's why he says that's why he has down there not ambient light rejection, because he knows if you open up a window or turn on a light and he knows his screen's going to wash out, he can say, well, I never said it was ambient light rejection. But you're saying your product FLE, and that's higher than ambient light rejection, which means you're going to have to back that up. And since still in our policy, you said you ship back the item. So that whole policy you have where you don't ship it back, and if it lands on the property, if you open it up, there's no exchange. How does that work with the policy that we ship the item back? That's why I said his site's nothing but scams. You got one thing he's saying here, you got something he's saying over here. It's a whole lot of mumbo jumbo going on this site. It's designed to flip flop. That's what it's designed to do. And again, you keep putting down ad tech. It's not ad tech, you idiot. Ad tech is basically a front and rear advertising screen. What the freak are you talking about by ad tech? You don't even know the name of my product correctly? Again, he's not a smart person. He's not a very smart person. You don't know what my product is called. No, it's not called ad tech. Ad tech's a completely different formula. Gee whiz, I told you. Doesn't know what he's doing at all, period. All right, buddy. Let's see right here. Now, this is the church you said you did, right? Now the screen size changes. Look at this. Now it went from 200 inches to 158 inches. Because I told you, dum-dum, that your screen size was not 200 inches. I painted in a 200-inch screen. There is no way in the world you painted in a 200 screen. You painted in a screen size of 158 inches. Or 150 inches. That's your screen size right there. He has down, he painted a 200-inch screen. So this is a screen you painted in for the church, right? That's what you say right here. This is for the church, right? Okay. So how is that a screen that you said, oh, gee whiz, what the heck went on there? That's why you got to watch for this guy's potential scammer. 158, and then on his video he said he painted a 200-inch screen, and he don't know what. So you can't measure. I told you can't measure. All right. Couldn't get the screen size correctly. I told you it was 150 inches, not a 58. It's a 150-inch screen. They don't make 158 and basically fixed frame screen. It'd be 150-inch 16:9. That's what it would be. Because if it was 158, that'd be a 1610. That's what that would be, because it's an odd number. Like 127, 126s, there's 1610 screens. 129, that's 1610. So let me see right here what we have here in the video. We don't show it. Yeah, they had to darken the environment. So as you can see, none of the lights on. All the lights are way over here. Buddy, you see my demonstration on the church I did? Do you see how much lighting is in the environment? From both churches, actually 3 different churches. You see how much light I have in the environment? My screen's over 1,000 inches, or their screen 1,000 inches, and there's light, stadium lights right on top of the screen. We have a before and after demonstration of that. But the problem we have here is the fact that there's no lighting here. There's lighting here, and I can see the lighting right in here, but they can't turn that on because the screen's going to wash out. So what we have here, buddy, at the end of the day, this is a 150-inch screen, not 158, because that'd be a 1610 screen. And then on top of that, you said it was 200 at one point. What makes it even a bigger lie, Jamie, that this is a screen that was painted in. So the screen here for the church, how come you have it down here as a spandex screen? There. Bust it again. I stay busting you, man. I've seen that screen before. It's a church that you painted in, but you lied several times. You lied and tried to make people believe that you were painting in a 200-inch screen, so you can get people to buy your product and say, "Hey, 2 quarts of my product can paint in a 200-inch screen." No. 2 quarts can't paint in a 200-inch screen. That's a huge freaking screen. You don't know the difference between 150 to 200 inches. Which I'm not surprised because your math isn't that good. That's a 150-inch screen. You don't know the difference between 150 and 200 inches? Oh, gee whiz Louise. And then turn around. This has nothing to do with the 120-inch. You don't even have the right size. If that's 158, let's just say it's 150. Let's just humor it. That's a 150-inch screen. How do you have a 120-inch here? How do you have 100-inch here? None of them would fit the size of this screen right here because they're too small. So not only do you have the wrong size in your scam shopping cart, but this is not even a fixed frame screen. It's not even, it's not a grommet material screen. This is not fabric. That's a PVC material fixed frame screen. So this does not belong with this at all, period. Wrong size, wrong material. Because we can see the same church right here in the YouTube video of them walking around. That's the same environment. That's the same symbol they have there. You seen the video. Boy, you're a dirtbag. You know that? You literally took images from 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Took it from 1 year ago. And took these images and put them up there and try to say, hey, this is from the fabric screen that I made. You're a dirtbag, man. You're going to use the church's testimony for your product and then use it to scam more people? Gee whiz Louise, that's horrible. I told you guys a dirtbag. Definitely a dirtbag. Look at that. And then they had to turn the lights up, which is messed up because they shouldn't have to turn those lights out at all, period. But can you be surprised? Now they say 158 inch here. That's what they're stating. It's 158 inch here. They could be doing 1610 on the projectors. But what I'm seeing right here is that the size of the screen and where the bars are hitting, this is 16.9. Sorry about that. That's 16.9. If that was 1610, all this would be filled out. Right there at the bottom, that would be filled out. That's a 16.9 format. I can see that right from here. And if you notice, you see the lights here? They have lights there, but they can't fire them up because the screen will wash out. If you look at the demonstration here he has on his channel, you'll notice that the before and after. And the before, you'll see they had the lights on. See the lights on here? And in the over here, they had the lights off. It's dark over here. It's light over here. Yeah, because they can't turn on. With the lights on, your screen will wash out. Jamie, you lied too much, man. You lied way too much. And that's their symbol right there of the church. So you took pictures from a year ago that had nothing to do with a screen paint cloth material, and you stuck them over here to make it seem to customers that this is from the cloth, and it's not from the cloth. It's from a video you did a year ago of basically painting a screen in for a church. You're a liar. I bust you every single time. Every single time. Come up there and say something else today. You're a liar, man. You constantly get busted. Every time I come to your channel, I find something stupid. You're always scamming somebody on. You don't even know what size it is. You don't know if it's 120 inch, 100 inch. Yeah, because he ripped this off our site and came back with a 100 inch. That's what was on our site right there. And they had a nerve to have he has a ship back policy, but he can't even ship the product back to you because he has a no exchange policy. If it lands on the property, it is yours. See right here, we got a ship back policy on ours. He stole the ship back policy. That tells you how much of a scammer he is. You can't even honor that. How are you going to honor that if you have it where you don't return the item if it lands on the property and if they open it? How are you going to honor that? You can't honor it. You know you can't. You're a rip-off artist. Yeah, he painted that screen in. And then on top of that, what makes it even more sad, that's a motorized projection screen. So you're telling me that a stretchable grommet surface does that? Gee whiz. That guy would get on camera and lie to you and say, oh yeah, if you call him and say, yeah, you could take the material and feed it up into the motor and it'll do the, no, you'll jam your motor up. That motor is designed to take a certain size material, and that's a PVC they designed for it. You put something in there, you'll jam the motor and you'll damage it, and then you can take him to court and sue him for it. But he'll sit there and say at the end of the day, I never said that, and he'll turn on you in a hot second. He's dirty. He's very, very dirty. You don't even know what size he painted in. He lied on camera and said 200 inches. But then again, this is coming from the same fellow who acted like he moved and went somewhere, got on camera and said he moved and lied the entire time. 158 inches, right? And then come back in and lie and say, oh, it was 200 inches I painted in. Doesn't even know what size he painted in. Gee whiz Louise, man. You don't stop lying, do you? Yeah, that's the customer screen that washed out on the personal mix. That's the stuff that match house paint. Every demonstration, always in the dark. Always in the dark. Sheesh. I got some time. And bust you real quick. Something stupid. Like you're always doing. Always catch him doing something stupid. It's nothing new. You always catch Jimmy doing something stupid. And this a customer got upset with him, put him on blast. Because his products wash out. You try to sit back and say that was us. No, that's not us. You rip off a lot of people. You sat there and you rip off a lot of people. You ripped off a lot of people with that network rate. Have you done that demonstration ever again? No, you rip off a lot of people. Personal mix. I bet you this guy found out that stuff at Match House Paint, he would have never purchased it. Look at this mess. That's horrible. That's why you're always in the dark, because your screens don't work. All he did was open up 2 windows and the screen washed out. Meanwhile, my customer's outside watching a movie, doing demonstrations outside, and your customer can't even do this. He said it's unenjoyable.
All the
That's a shame.
there's even more glare. All the and this is afternoon, and I think it's cloudy today, so there's even more glare.
It's cloudy. That's even worse, Jamie. You couldn't get a screen to fire up in a cloudy day. That's horrible. I feel sorry for him. We're not making fun of him. I feel sorry for him. He took the time. He built this amazing setup. I watched him do this setup. I was like, gorgeous. He double ceiling, layer ceiling. They did a nice job on the place. Nice audio system. Fantastic, beautiful projector. He can't get the screen to run in the afternoon, and it's on a cloudy day.
With the curtains open. But if you just have a little bit of ambient light, I think it's okay. As long as it's not directly. I mean, from here to here, it's like 3 feet. So it's basically right on it. And this is afternoon light, and I think it's cloudy today, so there's even more glare.
His whole screen is gone. It's not even there. So policy falls on him too. He opened it up, right? So by your policy, he doesn't get his money back. He doesn't even get an exchange. It landed on his property. Guess what? No exchange, no refund. Dirtbag. You're definitely a dirtbag.
All the See, on this side it's not that bad. I mean, I can still see the letters and stuff like that.
That's horrible. That's a shame. That is actually a shame that that man actually thinks that that's viewable. It shouldn't be like that. Not with the machine he got. He got a real powerful projector. It's way beyond what we have over here. That's a shame, Jamie. You're a rip-off artist, man. You are definitely a rip-off artist. But don't worry, karma's gonna come out to get you. We definitely gonna make you pay for all this nonsense in the day. I guarantee you. I'm gonna drag you behind in court, kicking and screaming. I'm gonna sue the daylights out. I'm gonna throw you under prison. I guarantee you. You're a dirtbag, man. You're definitely a dirtbag. And I'm glad no one's buying from you. It's a shame that this man's going to sit here and he's going to actually accept this. And he shouldn't accept that nonsense. He'd take you behind the court. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's a shame. I feel bad for him. You know, reason why I'm happy to get you in court, man. Get you in court and get you before a judge and get you locked in. Because you rip off a lot of people. Not just for me, but the stuff you do to other people. You get on camera and you lie. You get on. I can imagine the conversation you have with this guy. I feel sorry for him. He should never have an image that looks like this. Not on that projector he's got.
You can see there's a lot of glare coming in through that window, through that door. It's still watchable. You can still see everything clearly. So now I'm going to open the other one and see how that affects it.
A dirtbag, man. You are a dirtbag. That's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, that one really, I mean, you can still see it, but I don't think that's enjoyable. But there, I mean, it's just...
He said it's not even enjoyable. Of course it's not enjoyable. Can't even see the game correctly. And that's what he's saying. Imagine when his family and friends come over and go, wow, that screen's squashed out. They're going to tell him like it is. I can't even see it. And he's going to be in denial because he paid for it, and he's going to try to accept what he has. But people are going to tell him up front, I can't see your screen. It's washed out. And that's a shame. Put all that time and effort into basically building that whole entire beautiful setup he has there. And Jamie lies to him and tells him, hey, it'll work, so and so and so. This is what I told you at the end of the day, you idiot, about how to stop doing demonstrations in dark environments, stop fooling people in fake demonstrations and all that dumb nonsense you do, because customers will open up windows and doors and turn lights on. And that's why his policy is set up that way, because if you end up like this guy did, then he can say, well, you opened it. I don't know what you did with it. You could have tampered with it. There you go, right there from the door. Freaking snake in the grass. Jeez, my goodness, I feel sorry for this guy.
2 p.m. my time, and it's like really, really
2 p.m.
quiet. I mean, the glare coming from the outside. But I mean,
that's horrible. I can't listen to this. I feel sorry for him. I swear, you're a dirtbag, Jamie. Don't worry. I'm going to make sure you're going to get everything you deserve in life. I guarantee I'm going to make sure on that. You're a dirtbag. Everything's coming for you, he's going to come for you. Trust me. I told you, I got plans for you, man. You're going to have so many process servers hitting that door, man. You're definitely going to have to move when I get done with you. You definitely going to have to leave that apartment complex when we get done hitting you with so many lawsuits. You're a dirtbag. That's a shame. That is a crying shame. And that guy just sat there and said that, it's viewable, but he just said it's unenjoyable. That's horrible. And this is the personal mix. You're a disgrace to home theater. You are. You're a disgrace to home theater. I got to get cracking this month on you. I do. Let me get these lawsuits ready to go and get these process servers at your front door. You need a little fear at the end of the day. That's what you need. I'm going to have somebody coming to your front door. I got several process servers I'm hiring to come to your front door to serve you for court. You need a wake-up call. I'm going to give it to you. I don't like the way you treat people at the end of the day. That man should never had that experience at all, period. Not on that projector he's running. And the fact that his screen is washed out like that, he took the time to build that environment. I know what it's like to build environments. I built lots of environments, a lot of time, a lot of work that goes in to design it the way you want it. And then you turn around and you cheat him on a trashy paint. You need fear. That's what you need. I'm going to give it to you. I got processors that'll be coming to your front door to come get you, to bring you for court. And if you don't show up, I'm going to take everything you got. I'm going to make sure they reach out to your landlord too on top of that. When they hit that area, I'm going to make sure they reach out to your landlord. You need fear at the end of the day. You can't be treating people like that. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. This is his projector right here. This is his projector. It should have ran perfectly. It's way better than what I'm using. It should have ran perfectly. It's 3,500 lumens. He has 38 by 40, 21 by 60. So he basically has a 4K projector. He has a 500,000:1 contrast. None of the contrast pulled up at all. And I've seen the rest of his demonstrations. He had to do them in a dark environment in order to get it to work. Much like you do right now. That's horrible. So, Jamie, I'm going to drag you into court as soon as I possibly can now. I'm going to speed it up a little bit more faster. And mind you, once that section speeds up, guess what else speeds up along with it? Criminal charges go along with it. That means the FBI is going to have to basically speed up the process because the judge is going to be asking, oh, with all this going on, Mr. Bird, are there criminal charges filed? And yes, there are, you judge. There's a lot of criminal charges filed. And they're going to basically contact that branch and say, hey, look, we need to speed that process up because we've got lawsuits against this guy. Lawsuits that involve criminal charges. So I'm going to speed your process up a little faster. We're going to get you in court because you're dirty. At the end of the day, I can deal with your nonsense. I know how to crush you anytime I want to. But customers who pay for this stuff that don't have the ability that we have at the end of the day, they can't make screen paint products like us. And they can't basically make their own, not to deal with you at the end of the day. And they basically can't make products to compete with you to crush you in the process. We can do that. So I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to clean your clock. So when you get enough process service knocking at your front door, you're going to have to move out of that building. Or your landlord's going to push you out either one way or another. But you're leaving that building. Jerk. You're definitely a jerk. Unbelievable. That's a crying shame. That guy should never look like that. That is absolutely horrible. You know, you get in a home theater because you want people to have that movie theater experience. You know, the first time you go to movies, you get popcorn and, you know, the crowds and all that. You want that experience, you know. Can you imagine going to the movies and seeing the screen pop up like that? I think you would want your money back, wouldn't you? That's horrible. Absolutely horrible, man. You're a dirtbag. Don't worry, dirtbag. I'm going to come for you. I got some plans for you. I was going to wait until probably around September to come hit you, but I'm going to make sure we hit you right away. I got plenty of time, buddy. My statute of limitations go for a long time because you kept doing dumb stuff, so I can get you anytime I want to. I got plenty of time. But I want to make sure that I want you to know the consequences of the dumb stuff that you do. And I think having some large people walk up on your front door and bang on your door saying, hey, process server, I think that right there is going to allow you to be able to humble a little bit. You owe that man an apology, you do. But I'm going to drag you in court. You thought that first process server was a nightmare. Wait till you see what's coming for you. And these guys are going to be relentless. They'll come down to your job. Like if you're out with your wife, they'll come serve you. They'll serve you at restaurants. Anywhere you're at, they're going to come serve you. You won't be to leave out that door. They'll be out there waiting for you. You're going to get there, sir. I'm going to make sure that they can serve you or your wife, one or the other. And we don't want it posted to a door. I want it in your hand, which means they will come to your job to come get you. Think I'm playing? I don't like it when people get ripped off. I don't. You're a rip-off artist. And then got a nerve to be making some blackout cloth using images from the church to make that claim it's somebody's motorized projection screen. This is what that customer should have got. This is my customer, Jamie. Outside. You know, that's the demonstration you got of you and the lobster on fire inside your house in the complete darkness, and we're doing it outside. He does it outside. So to Jamie's customers, this is what you should be able to do. This is what our customers do. There's no excuse for that screen to look like that. cancel real quick. Nope, go back in there. Yeah. I don't get emotional myself, but I get emotional when you rip off customers. Seems like a pretty nice person at the end of the day. You rip off anybody, don't you? I'm gonna make you pay for it. Jamie, if you know me, I'm a man of my word. So you know that, you know, I'll slack off for myself because I know I can crush you any day of the week for fun. But that person at the end of the day doesn't have that capability. So we got enough evidence on you to throw you in and out of court as much as we want to. And you're not going to come down here to fight it because we have criminal charges against you. And if you do come down here, I'll have you arrested on the spot. So you won't do jack at the end of the day. You will sit back and you will watch your money, banking accounts, and everything you have freeze right in front of you. And I will make sure those process servers contact your landlord to let them know exactly what's going on. And I'm going to have a talk with him too on top of that. See, I've been postponing that for a bit, but I'm going to definitely have a conversation with him now. I couldn't care less whether you're there or not now. That's dirty, man. That's dirty. I've never listened to the guy talk at all. I just played the video, but I never talked. But just hearing that, him say that, you know, it's unenjoyable, but he's accepting it because he thinks that it's the way it has to be. And it really doesn't. Oh, that's my business call. Oh, didn't I say that they at 2 o'clock? Oh, 9:30. I'll have to take that later. Okay. This is for basically something I'm going to be getting. Something a booth from as I'm getting for a show and expo. I can contact them later. All right, let me see. You're a dirtbag. All right, dirtbag. I'm going to take care of you. Let me see. Definite dirtbag. Well, I'm going to have a nice long talk with your landlord. I'm going to sue you, take everything from you, and then I'm going to get you removed out of your building. Well, he's going to remove you anyway. The processors are definitely going to contact him. They're going to reach out to anybody and everybody that they can get a hold of to get to you. Yep, and they already know your building because they've been out there. I'm going to let them know they have at least a month to track you. We're going to make sure everything's done. They got about a cool month to go basically wait at your front door, wait out there in the parking lot, wait by the gate, come down to your job. Hey, even follow you to a restaurant and serve you. You ever seen them shows where people are sitting in a restaurant, a guy walks up to them like, here, you've been served? Yeah, you're about to go through that. So you won't be dropping off any packages. Heck, you won't be leaving your front door at all anymore. Because you feel that you can just sit up there and just rip people off and take whatever you want from them, and they have to deal with it in the day. Well, no, we're going to get into your life now. So let me see. Make sure this is it right here. I'm going to look at this real quick. I'm almost done for time. There we go anyway. I just never heard that guy talk before. That's a shame. And if you want to sit there and say that we can't do it, I did have a process server come to your front door. How did it feel? Well, imagine that over and over and over again. They're going to keep coming back over and over again because every time we're down here, we're going to file another lawsuit against you. I got you for defamation. I got you for copyright infringements. We got criminal charges against you. We got you for cyber stalking. We got all kinds of stuff against you. And then once the courts find out how many lawsuits we got against you going back and forth, they're going to start questioning about criminal charges. Or were the criminal charges filed against this individual? Yes, there was. Next thing that's going to happen is they're going to put a warrant for your arrest. Yep, let's push this and get this going. Let me see. I'm going to go over and see if we got this over here. Central. That's crazy. It's projectors. He had a nice projector. He should definitely be able to do that with no problem whatsoever. Some of that cheap paint, that's what it is. And you bet you spent his money, didn't you? Went out and enjoyed his money, and he got that crap at the end of the day. And yet, he can't open up 2 freaking curtains. You can't open up 2 curtains to watch a movie. And yet my customers can be outside and do that and do a demonstration. That's a shame. You're a rip-off artist, man. Let me see. Rip-off artist. So this is my customer's projector he was using outside. His projector is 3,000 lumens. Your customer has 5,000 lumens more than my customer. I look at the model number. That's why I slow it down. See the model number at the top. He has a 10,000 to 1 contrast. Your customer had a 500,000 to 1 contrast. Your customer had 4K. His projector is a 1280 by 800. Not even close to 4K. A WXGA. That's what he has. And again, 3,000 lumens and yours is 35. So you mean to tell me that my customer with this projector right here can do this? Right here. Can do this right here. With a projector of a much lower caliber. Much lower caliber projector can do that, and your customer, which I feel sorry for, sitting over there with a projector of that status, couldn't read with 2 windows open. You're a dirtbag, man. You're a professional rip-off artist. That's what you are. Yep. Well, Jamie, my birthday's coming up on the 29th. Guess what I'm going to get for my birthday? A whole bunch of lawsuits in your direction. That's what I'm going to get. A lot of lawsuits. Somewhere between 8 and 9 in small claims court, and another $1 million lawsuit at the end of the year, including another lawsuit coming up involving our copyrights that involves serious jail time. I'm going to give you something to think about. Plenty of time to sit back and think about what you did. You're a dirtbag, man. You're a scam artist. How does my customer have a lower projector and he's outside, and your customer here is inside and he can't even get the screen to function? His projector is far better than my customer's, and he's dealing with this.
Normally, I'm not gonna watch my screen with the curtains open. But if you just have a little bit of ambient light, I think it's glare coming from the outside. But I mean, normally I'm not gonna watch my screen with the curtains open.
Can't even open up the curtains. He's got nice setup. All that beautiful window light. He can't open up the curtains. He can't watch it. You got to be in the dark in that environment. Gee whiz. Unbelievable. You ripped this guy off.
But if you just have a little bit of ambient light, I think it's okay. As long as it's not directly. I mean, from here to here, it's like.
As long as it's not direct ambient light. So what he has to do is he has to be in an ambient light controlled environment so he can actually pick where the lights can be at, because anything too close to the screen will cause it to wash out.
3 feet. So it's basically right on.
That's a shame.
And this is afternoon light, and I think it's cloudy today, so there's even more glare.
That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. That is messed up, man. That is messed up. That is really messed up. He literally said he had to shut the curtains because the screen will wash out. That's messed up. And this projector is way better than my customers. You're a dirtbag, man. Jamie, you're 100% dirtbag. He's an older guy too at that. Took advantage of an older guy. Don't worry. Your day's coming. I'm going to make sure of that. I'm going to push your dates up now. Some of these guys beating on your door about a process server for you to go to court. Each one get a different process server for each lawsuit. Because I want random people knocking on your door, basically telling you to come outside. You're being served. You go to your job, they're going to follow your job. You go out to eat with your wife, they're going to come to your wife. And I'm going to see if I can hand it to her too. Because that's going to tick her off, and she's going to take that out on you. And you might end up getting a divorce out of it. You deserve it, man. You deserve a lot. I hate to put it this way. You don't deserve misery, but what you caused for that guy at the end of the day, I feel bad for him. That's the first time I heard him talk, because I didn't play the voice. And just hear him saying, just trying to accept it, that that's the way it had to be. Well, maybe I got to shut my curtains. That's what I got to do. I told you why people don't do demonstrations in dark environments, because customers are going to open up curtains. They are going to turn on lights. And that's why he has that policy like that, because that policy is designed that if you do happen to you can go, well, you opened it, didn't you? Well, I can't exchange it. I can't do anything for you. You're stuck with it. You're a dirtbag. That's my Fabric Acoustics room right there, Jamie. We don't steal images from other customers to make something seem that it's not. Your customer can't even open up a window and the screen washes out. We literally have a screen sitting right in a window. That's the difference of what we do and what you do. Unbelievable, guys. Dirtbag. Definitely a dirtbag. And you got a nerve to say your products work outside. You can't even work inside correctly. I think it's fair to have all your stuff taken from you because you rip people off to get that stuff. I'm pretty sure you're probably ripping people off long before you got into screen paints. And if you're practicing a dirty practice like that where you've been ripping people, I'm pretty sure you've been doing a lot more than that. So you're going to lose everything you have. And you're not going to come here to Allentown, because you come into Allentown, I'll have you locked up on the spot. So you're never coming over here. You can't fight your claims at all, period. You're going to sit there helplessly and deal with it. That's what you're going to do. Like that guy sit there helplessly and deal with the fact that this screen doesn't work. And you shouldn't have to go through that mess. It's on site. Painted your screen in there, it wouldn't have popped. Nothing would have came up. She was pleased. A professional rip-off artist. I'll figure a way to rob people any way I can. That's what you are, man. You're a rip-off artist. Well, and it's demonstration. No, that blackout cloth is a scam. Scam by Jamie Fernando. As you can see, he doesn't know whether it's a 100-inch or 120-inch. He's got somebody's motorized projection screen thrown up there, trying to use another customer to use his pictures and his scam at the end of the day. And then he says he painted in a 158-inch, well, he said 200-inch, and then it came up as 158-inch, so he don't even know what size he actually painted in. And on top of that, that's a painted screen. Why is that there with a grommet and fabric surface screen at the end of the day? Again, I told you. That's what he does. He's a professional rip-off artist. And then again, listening to that guy talk about he's accepting in it because that's the way it has to be. That's messed up. His projector is far more advanced than my customer's projector. My customer's outside. He's not worried about curtains and light hitting the screen and any glare or afternoon. He ain't worrying about that. He shouldn't have to. He should have been able to paint that screen and open up those curtains, let that light pour through, and watch his screen if he wanted to. Sheesh, was Louise. And Jamie's probably sitting back laughing about it. Well, let's put it this way. You won't be laughing soon, buddy boy, because when those parcel servers come to your front door, remember that fear you had the first time? You're going to get that every single day. Because they're relentless. I'm going to make sure you get served. And I want it in your hand or in your wife's hand. One way or another, you're going to get served. And I don't care if they have to come to your job, if they have to go out there for dinner. I don't care where you're at. You're going to be served. You think about the people you ripped off. At the end of the day, you rip me off, I just take you to court and I sue you. You know what happens to me at the end of the day. But these people at the end of the day, you put that policy in there so they couldn't do anything about it. Some people would just give up and just let this guy win because they figure there's nothing they can do. I'm not that person. At the end of the day, Mr. Fernando, you should know that by now. So your products are already mine. You can't use them anymore. Go ahead. Try to sell them. Nobody will buy your stuff at the end of the day, period. And then when I get done dragging your behind through court over and over and over again, you're not going to have anything left at all, period. And when the criminal charges kick in, you're not going to see, I'm going to take your freedom away from you too. People like you don't deserve to be out here with the free. You don't. You really don't. You ripped that guy off, man. That guy sat down. Never forget, he just sat there and said that, you know, maybe if he shuts his curtains, he shouldn't have to shut his curtains. Yeah. That's why he has it down there like that. Not ambient light rejection, not my stuff. But then you do demonstrations as if it is. Why would he open up the curtains to begin with if he believed that your stuff worked? Why? You wouldn't even operate in here correctly. All right, I'm going to get down here. I got to get my wall candles. No, that's it. That's all we got. Sheesh. I'm trying to get 110. Man, just rip anybody off. Don't care. You figure there's no consequences. My name is Consequences. Guess what? You're about to meet me pretty soon. Gee whiz. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, period. People should buy something. It should work 100% with no problems whatsoever. This is what happens when you buy untested products. Let's see really quick before I get out of here if we can find this screen. It says 100, 120. We don't even know what it is at the end of the day. And this demonstration you did right here, my customer did it outside. Yes, the same demonstration with the lobster. Yeah, he did it outside. And he's sitting in the dark trying to pull this off. That's not from the fabric screen. That's not from the fabric screen. That's not from the fabric screen. Neither is this one or that one or this one. And this is from something else completely different. That has nothing to do with the fabric screen. And the product he has up here, he called it the Frankenstein mix, which is, again, a product that he's ripping off someone's trademark. Now consider the fact that your LLC is expired and doesn't exist because you are missing documents on that LLC. The company's nothing but a fraud, Jamie. Sheesh. Nothing but a ripoff. Well, I hope he painted our screen. And if you want that screen fixed, buddy, I'll give you a free mix. Something way better than his stuff at the end of the day. That'll fix your screen and get it to work. She gave him his money back. That's what he should have did. I got the nerve to still be using Crows Cinemax, which is clearly a rip-off product. Yeah, if you get mad about that, what you get mad about for? Your customer's sitting over there, your screen's washed out. It shouldn't look that way. See if you got that document in yet. Bet you it's not even in yet. Nope, told you. He still hasn't gotten the document in yet. It's still missing. It's been missing since 8/20/23. Statement of due date missing on his document. It's missing. He hasn't done it yet. And you can't get mad for your address, buddy, because that address is actually on your LLC. That's actually a delinquent LLC. Means your company doesn't have limited liability coverage. We're going to talk about honest businesses at the end of the day. Your LLC is delinquent. There's your full document right there, because you put it on public domain for anyone to read it. And you got this registered to your landlord's place. That brick and mortar is actually basically linked to his landlord's apartment building. So they're going to contact him. Definitely going to contact him. The lawsuits go through. The lawsuits that are going through, Jamie, are not only for you, but the lawsuits are also for your company. We sued your company. So when those lawsuits hit and they go through, guess who else is going to get hit with them? Your landlord's going to get struck with those things. Because they're going to go after the address, and the address is your landlord's address. You don't want to see how much trouble you just got yourself into? The lawsuits ain't just for you. We sued your company multiple times. The copyrights, they involve your company. You used your website, right? You posted those, all that stuff, the addresses and all that stuff through your company, right? Then guess where the lawsuits went to? They went through your company. That's why on the criminal report, it has your whole company's address, your company's name, the LLC, all that's there. Even your YouTube channel, all that's there. So when those lawsuits go through, you're going to contact your landlord. Because you have your brick and mortar, the physical address and mailing address going through your landlord's property, which means they're going to contact him. And he's going to see those lawsuits and say, who the freak, why am I being sued? What did I do? And they find out it came from the nonsense that you were doing, and you got an eviction notice coming that fast. So you'll be out soon. I don't like to tell you everything up front, but yeah, that's what's going to happen. You don't have a brick and mortar, buddy. You have e-commerce. You didn't set it up for e-commerce. You use your landlord's address to set up your business to your LLC. So when the lawsuits go through for your company, they're going to hit this address right here. And it's going to get to him. And he's going to want to know why he has a lawsuit over top of his head for $12,000. Multiple lawsuits for $12,000. And he's going to find out it's some nonsense you were doing. He's definitely going to contact me. He's going to contact me, definitely. You can find my 800 numbers right there for him to find me. When he contacts me, I'm going to reach out to him and say, yeah, one of your tenants was carrying on in your apartment, and this is a problem we were having from it. Show them all the doxing, how you abused your website, how you basically did all the fake unboxings on products, and so how we had a process server come to your front door for a lawsuit. Yeah, he's going to know all about that. And he's going to tell you at the end of the day that you got to move. Now, keep in mind that you're still going to have criminal charges on you. Regardless if you move or not, the lawsuits are going to hit you one way or another. They're basically, you can't get around that at the end of the day. Anywhere you land, unless you take all your money out of the bank and you live under a rock somewhere, that's the only way. But if you open up a bank, they're going to know that you have liens against you. You forgot about the lien part, did you? Yeah, you get massive liens against you, which means you can't get a credit card, debit card, you can't get a loan, you can't get jack at all, period. Your credit is completely destroyed. So you can't do anything at all. Because you have massive liens sitting on top of you. No bank will open up for you or help you out with anything, or no loans whatsoever with these massive liens laying against you. They keep you from doing anything at all. And that's going to make it virtually impossible for you to get into another building or apartment because your credit's going to be ripped up and destroyed. And if they check and see you owe any money, those liens are going to pop up showing you were sued multiple times, which means you don't have the money to pay for the apartments or any place you need to move into. So therefore, you have no place to go. Did you think about that? There you go. That's what lawsuits do. When you can't pay up the money. Now, if you can pay the money up, then guess what? All those liens and stuff, they disappear. They don't exist anymore. But if you have massive lawsuits against you, and guess what? They're on court record, on document, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. So good luck on trying to find a place to move into, because when they check your credit, it's going to be wrecked. And when they turn around and check that if you have any liens against you, they're going to pop up, showing that you owe a lot of money. And while that's all going on, I could garnish your paycheck and your income tax check because you owe me money. So you think about that. Let that fester in for a little bit, how bad this is going to get for you. I told you at the end of the day that when you post my face without my permission, it's called defamation lawsuit. When you touch copyrights or lawsuits, we can sue you for all the cyber crimes you committed, doxing of addresses, all that stuff. So once he removes you out that building, there's no place for you to go but family. You're going to have to move in with a family member or something because you can't go anyplace else. And keep in mind, when the criminal charges kick in, when we get ready for those criminal charges, remember, you're going to have to let them know that, hey, look, I just moved, and this is where I'm going to be at. Because if you don't, they're going to get a bench warrant against you. You don't want that. Told you it was going to be an ugly year for you. What do you think was going to happen? We sue you for 12 grand. We sue you for 80,000. We sue you for 50,000. And what happens is it just disappears because you don't have the money. No, don't disappear. Heck no. We go to execution of judgment. That's what we go to. We go upstairs, we execute judgment. We have a debt collector come get our money. And they'll go through your stuff and take everything from you. They'll shut down your banking accounts. Those outstanding liens from the courts will be on record. They'll be documented. Any institution, any place you go to move into, they will not allow you into that building because you owe a ton of money. And that's just us. Wait till the post office mail charges kick in. Those are really brutal. Because you're going to have to pay them millions of dollars in fines, including what you already owe us. So no. And then your landlord, he's definitely going to find out. Because you filed your company's name under his building. And they're going to reach out to him. And he's going to reach out to you. So, remember when you made that statement? I told you about be careful about things you say out of your mouth. Be careful what you say about trying to make me homeless. Now it's going to happen to you. Yep. And you can't sit there and say at the end of the day, oh, he did this. No, buddy, you did it to yourself. No one told you to take my face and post it all over the internet and carry on, act up. And no one told you that, to do that at all, period. You did all that. Take my copyrights without my permission, stalk me, my addresses, all that stuff. And mind you, for the rest of your little group that's with you, let me let you know something too. Why Jamie's going through this torment, because he's going to go through a lot. He's going to start spitting out information left and right. And he's going to drag you guys with him. Watch it happen. Mr. Williams, all of you. Yep. And we got enough evidence from Mr. Williams to last a lifetime. Matter of fact, Mr. Williams' charges are going to be coming up pretty soon. We had 40 messages, mail messages that you sent to neighbors and businesses that know what you did. You're never getting out of jail. I'm going to tell you that right now. You are never getting out of jail. Period. And Jamie's going to actually, basically, anything that happens to Jamie is going to happen to you, because Jamie's going to get hit with the most of it all. And he's not going to go down. He's not going to go down. You've seen this mentality. He's not going to go down peacefully. He's going to drag you guys with him. Yeah, you, Danny Parker, all you. McAfee, all of you guys. He's going to drag you down with him. With the evidence we already have on top of you, he's going to spit out so much information. He's going to make sure you get as much time as he gets. So when that lawsuit hits, when he tells you that, hey, process service are at my front door, just let you know it's began. Yep. Oh well, sucks to be you. Meanwhile, while all that's going on, I'll be at a trade show. See? Dumb stuff you do. That's what I told you. You think I didn't see when I look on the video, McAfee? You think I didn't see my face right there in that little tiny? Well, we saw it. All it's being recorded. All that was documented. You think I didn't see my face right there on the watermark you put there? My face here. That's all that. So did the private investigator. So did the police. They all saw it. They saw it right there. Yep. So yeah, when you McAfee got up there and started crying about losing his house, yeah, you're gonna lose your house, buddy. I'm definitely taking your house from you. No joke about it. I'm definitely taking your house. How else are you gonna pay me? I'm suing you for millions of dollars. How else are you gonna pay me? And you're gonna lose your house. And judging by the way it's decorated, I see a woman lives there too with you. So if that's the case, at the end of the day, she's not gonna be too happy about losing the house, is she? So what looks gonna come up? Maybe a divorce out of that, right? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't decorate that house that way. Nah, a lady did that at the end of the day. So how is she going to feel about her house being taken away because of your dumb stupidity on YouTube? You know that little watermark of my face sitting on top of it? That's the defamation lawsuit right there. I can sue you for each time you displayed it. Used my copyrights without my permission, didn't you? I can sue you for that too. I take it to court. Instead of a court, sue you about $1 million for touching my copyrights. Yeah. Ah, guys are idiots. Well, anyway, I'm going to enjoy my walk. I'm not going to speak of you guys. I just got it all out of my system, and I feel sorry for that guy. You know what triggered all this off, gentlemen? What triggered this off was, I can handle you guys any day of the week. You guys are easy. I feel sorry for that customer. That's what I feel sorry for. Because he shouldn't have to go through that. So that's what sparked me to push even harder now. Because he really shouldn't have to go through that. Beautiful setup. Nice setup. I like what he did in there. Shame he got ripped off by Jamie at the end of the day. And he should have been able to pull that screen off in a fully lit environment with no problem whatsoever. If my customer can do it outside with a projector far less than his, he should have been easy to do it inside. But he's using your crappy product at the end of the day, and that's why he can't. And I'm pretty sure you took his money and spent it while he's sitting up there with that trashy screen at the end of the day. So I feel that someone needs to give him some justice. So I'm going to push your paperwork up a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, get them lawsuits pushing through and get your stuff taken away from you. And mind you, the minute they go through, I can start garnishing your paycheck right from the door. All your banking accounts will be frozen. Your cards will be worth nothing at all whatsoever. And once those process servers start coming over, well, you ain't going anywhere. You won't go on vacations. Heck, you're not even leaving your house anymore, your apartment. You're going to stay right there. And they'll keep coming to that door every single day and knocking on that door. You go to work, they're going to go to your job. You go out to eat, they're going to be at the restaurant. They're going to be everywhere to make sure you get that paperwork. And she's going to be frustrated. She's going to be upset. She's going to be angry. And she's going to know what happened and why is all this happening to begin with and what did you do? Okay, then. Divorce right around the corner. We just had that conversation about, I don't know what's going to be worse for you, man. The fact that, and I hate to put it this way, but this is what's going to happen. The fact that you're going to lose everything, including your freedom, but most of all, you're going to lose your wife, and that's going to be extremely painful. You're going to be locked behind bars, and you can't do nothing about it at all, period. The worst thing to do, man, is get a divorce paper while you're locked behind bars. That's the worst. And it looks like that's where you're heading at. That's the worst. Oh, well. Try to give you a break. You don't take it. But the reason why I'm pushing this on you, Jamie, is because I don't like how you treated that customer. I really don't. I really don't. I could have waited till September to come get you. I can wait till September. I don't like what you did to that guy. I'm going to come get you now. All right. With that being said, I'm going to do my daily walk and talk. It's great to expose this scammer once again. Again, stay off his site. Don't buy his products. Don't get ripped off. And don't end up like that poor customer at the end of the day. If that guy ever contacts me, I'll give him some free products. All right, gotta go, and God bless. That's a shame.